operative thinking is like a thinking method in medicine. I retired my professor at Keio University as a chairman of Department of Ophthalmology last year, 2021. At that time, I was a doctor. So I cannot make a mistake of diagnosis, right? I have to give a right treatment to you. I have to make a very precise surgery. No mistake. Most of the operative, thinking is a left-hand side of your brain. It's a logical thinking, right?
Linear.
But I need, linear. Yes, I need some thinking of art, like music or painting. So I decided to learn music and stimulate my right-hand side of brain and be innovative. So it's my personal education.
遇见有趣的灵魂，活出真实的自己。大家好，欢迎来到谈心社，让我们一起谈心、谈情、谈音乐。Welcome to Generous Talk, an intercultural conversation on music, health, and lifestyle. Enjoy. Hi everyone, this is Xingyu, and today we got Tim and our guest.
This is Dr. Kazuo Tsubota. So Dr. Tsubota is, he's many things, but he's most well known for being a world-renowned eye surgeon. But on top of that, he's an entrepreneur, he's a father, and he's got so many different things going on. But today we're here to talk about his most recent venture, which is into musicianship, because about, was it 2 or 3 years ago that you started to learn the trumpet?
Right.
So today we'd like to just talk with Dr. Tsubota about how becoming a musician has kind of changed his life, because he's already been he's already established, a very established person, so most people will be like, well, why would you go for anything else? Haven't you, accomplished everything that you want to accomplish, But I think Dr. Tsubota has a very unique way of thinking. And so I think he has a kind of a no limitation thinking.
We love that.
So that's a humankind way.
Indeed.
So I prepared a few questions for Dr. Kazuo Tsubota, and Xingyu, I don't know if you have some questions that you want to interject at any point, just let me know. But without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Okay?
Yep, take away, Tim. Yeah, if I want to share something, if I heard something interesting, I want to ask more question, I will jump in, take it away.
Okay. Oh, and just to let everyone know, if you hear something in the background, we do have a train nearby, but we wanted to be outside for this to enjoy getting good sunlight and feeling gokigen, right?
Then if you're interested in it, I would like to explain why it is so important for your brain.
Let's hear it.
So we can go ahead and start off with so Dr. Tsubota, why did you start?
So you call me Dr. Tsubota. You always call me Kazuo or Kazuo-san.
So this. Would you prefer Kazuo?
Yeah, Kazuo-san is much better for me.
So I will call Kazuo-san.
Yes.
And also, I think we want a little special, let the audience know. So Tim and Kazuo are sitting next to each other under the sun, while I'm on the other side. So they're both in Japan, while I'm on the other side in Shanghai, sitting in my studio. Yeah. So I want to paint the image for the audience here.
So is this the real studio? I can see a lot of instruments behind you.
I am in my real studio. It might not be exactly how the background looks like, because they're on the other side.
Oh,
Yeah,
But for the most part,
piano
yes.
instruments, my bookshelf with all
you
my
have
fabric.
many guitars. Yeah. Wonderful. Beautiful studio.
I have many keyboards, yes. But Tim, like, I want to hear, like, Kazuo, like, why you choose to sit outside. How is it so important for the brain?
Yeah. So you are inside, right? So
Yeah, I wish I could be outside, but
yeah, our audience might be inside. The people. So I'd like to ask you the first question.
Sure.
Do you exercise?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand the importance of exercise, right?
Yes.
Do you sleep well? Right? So you understand the importance of quality of and also the time of the sleep, right? Do you understand the importance of outdoor time? Maybe
know.
not.
I personally,
if you understand the importance of being outside, you already have set up your studio outside. But you set up your studio inside. That means you don't understand the importance of being outside. This is number one. So it's a big lifestyle the humankind has learned for the last, especially the 200 years.
Yes.
But maybe long time, maybe 10,000 years. You know, the human was born like 200,000 years ago in the East Africa as a Homo sapiens. Around that time, we are in the the open area. There's no space to live. There's no house, right?
Yes.
I like to challenge you also. In order to see, we are now seeing each other. In order to see what is necessary, okay,
light.
Of course, light is necessary. But how the light is perceived by us, by the eye, right? So eye has photoreceptor, right? Photoreceptor. So receive the photon, the light. You have 9 photoreceptors. So how can I call you?
Cherub.
Xingyu or cherub?
Xingyu?
Yes.
Okay, so I will call you Xingyu. You have also 9 photoreceptors, right? But only 4 are for visual seeing. 5 non-visual and 5 photoreceptors are for non-visual, not for seeing. And out of 5 non-visual photoreceptors, one is very unique. It's activated only by violet light. The other 4 are activated by blue. In your environment, in your room, there are abundant of blue light, but there's no existence of violet light. So you miss the violet light indoor. But Tim and I enjoy the power of the violet light outdoor. And we have found very interesting. It's related to Chinese problem that China, there's a tremendous increase of myopia. You know myopia? You're wearing the glasses. Yes. You're myopia, right? Nearsightedness. Right now, 80% or 90% of the students are suffering from myopia. And we have found that is due to the lack of violet light.
Whoa.
Interesting, right?
Right?
No one has talked about it yet.
Yes, because it's a very, very top research. We have just published the historical paper in Proceeding of National Academy of Science last year, 2021.
Ooh.
So a lot of people don't know.
Wow.
So the take-home message is that if you are inside, your OPN 5 non-visual photoreceptor is not working. If you spend time outdoor, your OPN 5, very important photoreceptor, is working. And this photoreceptor is maintaining of your eye, but also your brain too. Eye and brain are the central nervous system and controlled by OPN 5. That's my take-home message.
Whoa. Okay, I need to find a way to set up my studio. Although I don't even have a balcony here, so I don't know how to make that happen.
Do you have like not even like a window that you can open?
Like windows right here. Windows right here.
Okay, window is tricky. Usually the window glass does not transmit the violet light, so you have to keep your window open. Do you know why? Because in the modern society, people hate the UV, ultraviolet light. It's different. Ultraviolet is below 360 nanometers. So people has to avoid just under the 360, but somehow industry decided to throw away under 400. So you are throwing away not only the UV but also violet light together.
Wow, then we need to bring this information to the window design industry.
Yes, I definitely think so. So far, I could not convince the big glass manufacturing company yet, but I'll do my best.
Oh, we'll
See
this episode to
you know, yeah. Now it's a December. It's a very
cold.
Cold. I will show you our.
It's like a minus 1.5 Celsius.
Yeah, can you see this?
Yes.
It's a heating machine.
I see the heater. Yeah. Outdoor heating machine.
And here, it's also heating.
Oh,
machine.
another one.
Yeah, and
you were
also
double
in
protected.
the foot. And this is
Whoa.
underneath. It's a heating machine.
Okay.
So I have set up the studio in the terrace with a lot of heating machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also when the rain comes, it's okay because it's
you have the
umbrella.
Yes. So even when it's raining, you are still like doing your work outside.
Yes. Sometimes I feel, do I have enough sunshine in this rainy day?
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself, and I checked. There's a certain violet light still in the rainy day. So
I see.
So no matter what, it's so important to be outside.
Right.
Get as much violet light.
Violet light, yes.
Violet light as possible.
Yeah. According to the epidemiological study, that kids have to spend 2 hours a day outside to prevent the myopia. 2 hours. But average time the kids are spending is only 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's less and less, I see now. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. So this is brand new for me, like, because before we were told you need to exercise, doing things outside, because if you don't, it's because you're not seeing like things on the long distance, far away enough, because you're staring at the screen or like book. That's the reason cause, the near eyesight issue. But now we know it's actually the light.
Right. Yes. 20 years ago, the people believe maybe seeing far is beneficial. So the Chinese government started a very interesting program, keeping their thumb in your front and see here and see far, see near, see far, right? More
I was taught to do that too.
Yeah,
You were
right. More than 100 million students are educated like this to prevent the myopia.
But
never worked. So,
yes.
Yeah. It was a big, social experiment. You didn't lose anything. You lost the time. But there's no harm. So it was a good thing. But now the Chinese government encouraging the spending time outdoor because this is a science.
Now we know the very specific cause and effect. Wow, love it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we need more people to hear this.
Yeah. We never did that in the U.S. The here. Yeah, we never did.
But interesting, you did it like this.
It's like to kind of look near and far. Kind of the reason behind it was to exercise your muscle, right? The eye muscle that controls. So it's like tense relaxation. Yeah. Whoa.
So that's the logic.
Okay. Yeah. I need to find a way to set up my studio to next the window and also leave the window open.
Right. That is a practical way of doing it.
Oh, I will until I will search for the window that doesn't filter out of the violet light and replace it. Wow, thank you. Wow, that's awesome. Life-changing takeaway.
That's his research, and now you're taking your research into a more, you're going to a more entrepreneurial direction. Kazuo-san, you just had a party celebrating your achievement of IPO. So that's fantastic. Good to hear.
Yes.
So, Chi, you understand what is IPO?
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I also study entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So audience understand what is IPO? Because always when I talk to the students, a lot of students don't understand IPO.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can have a brief explanation of what IPO is.
Yeah, IPO, the abbreviation of IPO is the initial public offer. So I started a startup company, Tsubota Laboratory, based on the knowledge I have found at the Keio University, right? So I started the company. It was small before. Then I decided to go to public. First day of going to public is called IPO. So at that time, we can sell our stock portion of a company to the public. So if you like to own our part of the stock, you can buy now because it's on the market. So that's IPO. And when we do IPO, there's a lot of advantage. One is that we can generate money. Second is we can be famous. And our company, is very stable. So a lot of people would like to join us. Very brilliant people would like to join us. So that's a good start. So that is IPO. And we went to IPO in June this year at the Tokyo Stock Exchange market.
And then even with all of this going on, he still finds time to practice trumpet like every day, right? Or almost every day. So, so why did you? So you have all this going on, IPO, all of this like great stuff going on, and then you suddenly decide I want to do music. So why did you start to play the trumpet?
Right. Xinyu, there are two ways of thinking. Do you know? One is operative thinking. Operative. The other is innovative thinking.
Yes.
Okay, so let me explain. Operative thinking is like a thinking method in medicine. I retired my professor at Keio University as a chairman of Department of Ophthalmology last year, 2021. At that time, I was a doctor. So I cannot make a mistake of diagnosis, right? I have to give a right treatment to you. I have to make a very precise surgery. No mistake. Okay.
Yes.
Right? This is called operative thinking. I would like to avoid any mistake. And also I teach my young fellow and resident, don't make a mistake. Because if you make, you will kill the patient. You make the eye blind, right?
Yes.
But do you think that operative thinking can produce some innovation?
No.
No. Innovation comes from the concept of fail fast, fail cheap. You have to make a lot of failure. So that means called innovative thinking. Innovative thinking is you can make a mistake. 30 to 70% of the success rate is fine. If you fail, to the next step, right? So it's totally different way of thinking. But I have been, educated myself and also by the, medical society. Kazuo, you have to be very operative. Don't mistake a mistake. So my brain has to be innovative. Most of the operative, thinking is left-hand side of your brain. It's a logical thinking, right?
Linear.
But I need, linear. Yes, I need some thinking of art, like a music or painting. So I decided to learn music and stimulate my right-hand side of brain and be innovative. So it's my personal education.
Cool. So how long you been playing the trumpet?
When I became CEO of Tsubota Laboratory, CEO is like a head, chief executive officer. In 2019 or 2020, I studied trumpet at the same time.
And the interesting thing is that Kazuo-san has had many trumpet teachers. I think you have one main teacher, but every city that he goes to, he learns from a different trumpet teacher. So I'm so curious, what have you learned by having all these different teachers?
That's my new hobby. Yeah. Every time I go abroad, this year I went to 4 or 5 cities: Denver, San Francisco, Seattle, Rotterdam. Every time I go, I find a trumpet teacher. And during my stay, I take lessons. Very interesting because, each teacher has of course, on their way of thinking is totally different. Each other, right? One professor in the Seattle told me, "Oh, Kazuo, trumpet, most important thing is a sound. You have to have beautiful sounds, otherwise no value." Okay. In the Rotterdam, totally different. "Oh, Kazuo, trumpet is just a tool. Enjoy whatever you like. If trumpet make your life happy, That's totally okay. Don't care about the quality of sound. Such a
Wow.
attitude, right? So I'm learning a lot of new idea or variety of idea.
So how? I'm curious. So how? First is like how many teachers so far you have learned from?
I have one center, professor in Tokyo, and I have now learned from 4 professors, and I like to continue to have lessons from them. So some of them I invited them to Japan, and also when I go there next time, I definitely will take a lesson there.
Wow.
So really exciting. The next
exciting.
Exciting.
Imagine such a you have a lot of professor teachers in the world.
Right.
Yes.
It makes me very happy.
So,
I'm like a international musician already.
So living his best life, and so he's very excited for the next teacher will be from New Orleans.
Right. So I decided to have a trumpet live show at the April 2023 in New Orleans, and Timur will join us.
Whoa. So you're gonna go and learn and have a concert.
Yes, that is. And the live show will be at the conference.
Yes, I always have my birthday party at the conference called ALBO, Association of Research on Vision and Ophthalmology. It's usually May, and my birthday is May. So for the last 30 years, I have my own birthday party every time at the conference.
So cool.
At the conference. Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah.
He's definitely
He's a party man.
He's a party man. He's like the most, I think he's the most like fun and interesting doctor I've ever met. so now
how does your
like what he,
how does your colleague see what you're doing, like perceive what you're doing, how they're impacted by it?
I say at the beginning, maybe 30 years ago, people has some doubt, right? But every time I say first, like I'll be the #1 researcher in dry eye. When I started the dry eye research, I became the #1 researcher in dry eye. I started LASIK surgery in Japan the first time, and I started the LASIK surgery group in Japan, and it was very wonderfully successful. And also I started the Japanese Society of Anti-Aging Medicine. You know the concept of anti-aging?
Yes, of course. You
don't have to age. You don't have to. You can be very healthy and very young for a long time. That's a science.
Yes, yes.
And I started my startup company, Tsubota Lab. So now people are believing, oh, maybe Kazuo is right. Kazuo.
Because he does what he says he's going to do. So it's like, so you speak it into existence. You say, I'm gonna do. Because that's the only way. You have to say that you're going to do it, and then that's the only way you're going to do it, right?
Yeah, my strength is persistency. Shinyu, what is your strength?
I think creativity is definitely
creativity.
my
Wonderful.
strength.
I have also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My value in life is gokigen. Gokigen means being happy. So I like to be happy.
I believe
all
that.
the time. All the time. Okay. So
I believe, yes.
But you see, just if you like to be happy, you cannot be happy. You have to learn a lot of things. You see, to be happy all the time, 24 hours a day. You have to learn that what the knowledge is you need, what kind of friends you need, what kind of family you need, what kind of profession you need, what kind of physical status you need, right? The one thing is called strength hypothesis. So that means if you use your strength, you are happy. So if you don't use your strengths, you are not happy. This is one hypothesis.
I definitely feel that way.
You
That's
feel that
also
way?
yeah, that's also how I discovered music therapy, because I just find when I do music therapy, I'm happy. If I don't do it,
Oh,
I'm
wonderful,
like,
wonderful. Yeah, but there's a famous psychiatrist, Christopher Peterson. He proposed there are 24 strengths in the human being. Okay, there's no music therapy in that because this is just the individual one. So, but I think in the music therapy, I think there is a component of your strength.
yes.
Yeah, like
It's a mix of my strengths.
helping people,
Yeah.
or creativity. Yeah,
Yes.
or love of beauty. Right. This
Yeah.
is part of your
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
My strength is like I said, persistency. So once I say, okay, I'll do this, I never give up. Maybe the time of give up is when I die.
I love it. Because me too.
Yeah.
I think that's also my strength is persistence. Because people are like, oh, it's too hard. And it's like, no, I keep going, keep going.
Yeah, wonderful. So I like the audience to encourage, find your strengths. There are several ways. List up 5 strengths, by yourself. For me, that persistence is one, but also creativity is the second. Third is that the love of learning. Fourth is curiosity.
Yes.
And the fifth is the leadership. So you list it up and ask your friends or neighbors, do you agree with this? Or sometimes your friend says, no, you have a different talent or different strengths. Also, there's a program at the internet, Strength Finding. You just answer to this, questionnaire, then you can, get the image of your strength. So once you understand your strengths, please use it. That's my advice.
Yeah, I feel really resonate with the curiosity. Keep learning new things. I'm learning new things. Like I learned.
So
see,
you are very close.
You're right.
Yes,
very close to me.
Yes, exactly. Like for music therapy also, I think there are strengths for me is like I'm curious to learn what's behind it, the scientific mind. I also there's a musician self, there's a therapist or psychologist self, and there's a scientist self in me.
So yeah, I felt actually that you two are kind of similar. So I'm excited that you can meet, in
Have
this
this
way.
deep conversation. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like happiness. It was happiness also. For me, it's so fascinating. In the last 4 or 5 years, there are like a booming of research about creativity. And it was like 2013. That was my first time. I kind of observed of people around me, especially people who are doing like volunteering work, like they want to give to other people, like their happiness level and their creativity level are higher compared to people who are not doing volunteer or helping others. And so I did a research on whether there's a correlation, and with my research, I confirmed that there's a strong correlation with happiness level or creativity level. And at that time, I didn't have the the method to like going to find out what's the exactly cause effect and how like the nuance within it. But the research in the last 5 years figure out, if you are happy, in a happy mood, it boosts your creativity. Like they find the cause effect now. So like, oh yes.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, I think happiness is purpose, but also happiness can be a cause of your success in your life.
Yes.
So being happy first, then being successful.
Yeah. So my strategy, being happy, is my strategy.
Means and goals.
Yeah. Not the one way.
Yeah.
And so an interesting way in which I've seen, seeing Kazuo-san, seeing you combine your strengths is in that now, like you'll do in April, the conference, you've been doing these kind of lecture recitals.
Right.
So he's like combining lectures about his research with doing recitals and playing trumpet. He's putting recitals in the middle of his lectures. How cool is that?
Yeah. People think in the conference, conference and attending the conference and having some lecture is important. And people may think the party, the recital, is just addition. But I don't think so. I think the party is important.
I agree.
The total equal.
I agree.
Working is of course important, but having a party is equally important.
Yes,
So
I
it's
agree.
the same. So I decide. Yeah, I just divide two things in my life. One, I like to do. This one, I like to do. The other, I don't like to do. Conference, music recital, I like to do. One category. And basically, I don't do what I don't like to do. So most of them this.
What you don't like to do? What are something you don't like to do?
Just an example, yeah.
At this moment, I love the surgery. You see, I love the surgery, and I loved seeing patients, right? But last year I decided stop surgery, stop seeing patient. So I stopped my life of being doctor. So I don't say this is what I don't like, but I would say this is what I don't do. So strategy means, of course, what you do is very important, but also what you don't do is also very important. This is the, very first thing you learn from the business school. By the way, I went to business school 2017 to 2019 for 2 years to obtain the MBA. And I learned how to run the company.
So I finished one this past June. 2 years degree in innovation entrepreneurship.
Oh, you did it.
So we are really similar.
You got a really similar.
Wonderful.
Because because I'm curious about like how like being a musician, like playing a band, performing a concert. I think all these are actually transferable business skill, and I think the way it forms our thinking really it changed not only how we play music, but change kind of goes into other areas of life.
Wonderful. So Shinyu, from that point of view, innovative thinking, please consider deeply what is a music therapy, right? Music therapy, what is a target organ in the body? Is that ear? Is that brain?
Definitely not just ear, like brain and
It's the brain.
It's the brain, right? Brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So, as a, the scientist of light, always I'm thinking, sound is important for your brain,
yes.
but light is also important for your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So as I told you before that myopia is a central nervous system, and violet light increase the blood flow of the eye and prevent myopia. We recently found that violet light stimulate opium 5 and increase the blood flow of the brain. So light is very important. So as an entrepreneur, why not combining not only the music, but also the sound and the light?
Mm-hmm.
Then can open the new field targeting brain. From my point of view, the sound or music is important, but it's just one arm. Why don't you use a second arm?
Both.
It's a light.
Yes. That's what I've been thinking recently too.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Because...
I'm more than happy to help you as a light therapist.
There we go.
Yes. That would be awesome. Yeah. I've been thinking that too, because a lot of people also are, some people are more visual than auditory, also. So for them, that channel is more accessible. So it's like, why not combining both? And we are whole, right? We are not just like light or sound.
Shinyu, this is called the synchronization. You got the idea in Shanghai, and
we got
I have my own idea in Tokyo. Synchronized.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah, Tim and I had a crazy synchronization last week too.
We had a synchronization. Actually, we had I had a dream about a certain topic about intergenerational trauma, and then she sent while I'm sleeping, she sent me a message about the intergenerational trauma. So in the morning, I listened to her message. And it's like she's talking about the dream that I had.
Oh, it's a real the synchronization. not only the distance, also the time. Wonderful.
So we're pretty much getting to like the ending of the interview. So to wrap it up, Kazuo-san, I'd like to hone in again on your kind of music side, and I want to know if you have any advice for doctors or anyone who is not a musician, but they're thinking about maybe they want to try to learn an instrument. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, there are many ways to stimulate your right brain, but I think music definitely helps. So if you did not start your music instrument yet, I strongly advise pick up one. Any instrument is fine. And start your own music and make your life happier.
All right, very right.
Start your own music and make your life happier.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So
I do have one question. I do have one more question. It is so, Kazuo, you started playing the instrument. And so what have you noticed yourself, like the impact it has on you?
So what is your question? What do I learn, or what?
Maybe
because you started playing instrument, you want to train your right brain, you want to foster your creativity, innovation, bring to your business.
Right.
So anything that you observed, the change
as a person, like have you changed as a person, or even your relationships, like with your kids or with your wife?
Yeah, definitely with the kids. I have 5 children, and first 2 are medical. The one is an entrepreneur for medical company. The second is the eye doctor. But the 3rd, 4th, and 5th kids are playing music, and they love music. and I never studied music or musical instrument. So after studying this, we can be close. So from the beginning, I see my kids as friends, so true friends. So I have a lot of discussion with first two boys, because I have a common interest in medicine. So we are very close friends. But for the younger three kids, now the music is a very nice topic we can talk. So we are very, very close friends. So especially Miyako is helping me all the time when I have a recital or live show. So that's changed my life.
Miyako is his youngest daughter, so she's helping a lot, and he's growing his relationship. His relationship is strengthening with his kids. So I think that's wonderful. I think that's a wonderful benefit of music, and that's not something people would really think about. That it could benefit your relationships as well, becoming a musician. That's so interesting.
You get to play together.
Yes. Yeah, maybe Tim will show you the recorded version of the play.
Ooh.
Yes. Really good.
Sounds good.
When the saints are watching it.
Yeah.
All right, so we are at the end of our time. Now I think we're gonna open it up for the Q&A, right?
Yes, sounds
if we have any
good.
questions.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed our conversation so far. If you want to hear Kazuo answer the questions from our community members who joined the recording session live, please join our Patreon to hear the full recording. If you want to join our next open recording session and ask our future guests questions live face-to-face, please join our Patreon and support our growth. If you're in China and don't have access to Patreon, you can find us through WeChat and get a membership pass. Here's a little snapshot of Kazuo's inspiring answers. Enjoy!
You do only what you like to do, because if you do what you like to do, you can continue 20 years.
And then I feel like even in the present moment, if you're doing what you like to do, even like whatever it is that you can do in this moment and it is something that you like, then right there immediately you're changing your environment, right? Because your environment is now becoming the things you like to do.
Right. So Shinyu, you are the center of your life, not the environment. Trauma or the sudden change of the policy is not you. Don't worry. Please select the happiest life in the history of a human being.
Thank you for listening. 我们下一期不见不散。